Psychological insights that will astonish you. Did you know that men generally find women wearing red more appealing? Such women are also more likely to receive date invitations. Discovering the joy and independence from those we once deemed indispensable brings the greatest satisfaction. A healthy man possesses the potential to produce sufficient sperm in 2 weeks to impregnate every fertile woman on the planet. Interestingly, women tend to prefer men capable of uplifting their spirits or eliciting laughter over those who are merely wealthy or physically attractive. Enhancing your sleep quality and morning vitality could be as simple as listening to your favorite tunes before bedtime. Research indicates that a man with a guitar is significantly more likely to acquire a stranger's phone number, suggesting the allure of musical talent. Meanwhile, a bit of mystery can heighten a woman's interest, as being occasionally overlooked tends to make someone more appealing. It's fascinating to note that sexual arousal can increase a woman's breast size by up to 25%. Furthermore, while women can achieve orgasm through masturbation in roughly 4 minutes, it may take 10 to 20 minutes during sexual intercourse. Addressing a common misconception, there is no scientific basis for the belief that a woman's breast size correlates with her vaginal health or estrogen levels. On the subject of emotions, women are statistically more likely to cry than men, with averages ranging from 30 to 64 times per year for women compared to 6 to 17 times for men. A woman's sexual desire often surges shortly before her menstrual period. And regarding stature, taller men have, on average, more sexual partners than their shorter counterparts. Did you know that the simple act of smiling can significantly improve your mood, even if you're not feeling particularly happy at the moment? It's true. This phenomenon, known as the facial feedback hypothesis, suggests that facial movements can influence emotional experiences. Moving on, have you ever wondered about the power of scent? Research shows that memories triggered by scents are more emotional and vivid than those triggered by sights or sounds. This is because the olfactory bulb, which processes smells, is closely connected to the emotional center of the brain. Here's a thought-provoking fact about decision-making. People are more likely to make rational long-term decisions when they're speaking a foreign language. It seems that the mental distance created by using a non-native language reduces emotional bias, leading to more analytical thinking. Let's talk about friendships. It turns out having strong social bonds can actually increase your lifespan. A study found that the impact of having supportive friendships is comparable to quitting smoking in terms of health benefits. So cherish those close connections. They're more important than you might think. Ever heard of the doorway effect? It's a curious aspect of human memory, where entering or exiting through a doorway can cause you to forget why you entered the room in the first place. This phenomenon illustrates how our brains compartmentalize information based on our environment. In the realm of attraction, symmetry is key. People are generally considered more attractive when their facial and body features are symmetrical. This preference is thought to be evolutionary, as symmetry is often a sign of health and genetic fitness. Let's explore the concept of mirror neurons. These are neurons that fire both when an individual performs an action and when they observe the same action performed by another. This mechanism is believed to be foundational for empathy, learning by imitation, and even language acquisition. Women's breasts can swell by up to 25%, when sexually aroused women can reach orgasm in about 4 minutes through masturbation compared to 10 to 20 minutes during intercourse. Do you know that women cry more than men on average? Men cry between 6 and 17 times a year, while women cry 30 and 64 times a year. While having options is generally considered positive, an overload of choices can lead to anxiety and decision paralysis. This phenomenon highlights the complexity of our decision-making processes and suggests that sometimes less truly is more. Did you know that anticipation can be more enjoyable than the actual event? The psychology of anticipation shows that looking forward to something often brings more pleasure than the event itself. This is why planning for a vacation can boost your happiness even before you depart. On the topic of learning, did you realize that teaching others is one of the most effective ways to solidify your own knowledge? This is because the act of teaching forces you to organize your knowledge and break it down into simpler concepts, thereby reinforcing your own understanding. Let's touch on the concept of social loafing. This occurs when individuals exert less effort to achieve a goal when they work in a group than when they work alone. It's a fascinating aspect of group dynamics that underscores the importance of individual accountability. Ever feel more motivated by the fear of losing something than the prospect of gaining something of equal value? This is due to loss aversion, a principle which states that the pain of losing is psychologically twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining. It's a driving force behind many of our decisions and behaviors. Now, on to the power of commitment. Making a public commitment to a goal significantly increases the likelihood of following through. This is because public commitments enhance personal accountability and reduce the chances of giving up. Have you heard of the halo effect? It's a cognitive bias where our overall impression of a person influences how we feel and think about their character. Essentially, if we see someone as physically attractive, we are more likely to attribute positive qualities to them, such as kindness or intelligence, even without evidence. Next is the fascinating world of dreams. Did you know that you cannot read or tell the time in your dreams? This is because reading and time perception involve different areas of the brain that are less active during sleep. Dreams bypass these logical parts, leading to the surreal and often illogical nature of dream sequences. The Zeigarnik effect suggests that people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed tasks. This is why a pending task can weigh on your mind until it's done, illustrating the brain's preference for closure. Woman's sexual desire typically peaks just before her menstrual period. Taller men tend to have more sexual encounters on average compared to shorter men. A woman's large breast indicates that her vagina is fat. This is supported by evidence showing that women with large breasts have higher estrogen levels. Like, comment, and subscribe for more from the wisdom of psychology.